Today we're taking a look at ASX listed company Resonance Health, ticker RHT, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see RHT go in the near future. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another ASX stock analysis video. Today we're looking at Resonance Health. RHT is the ticker, and they're a company which effectively sells both products and services to do with medical imaging. These are things used to diagnose diseases as well as assist in clinical trials. So if you're interested in the company, make sure you do go and check them out. But today we're making some predictions on RHT using the chart on where we can expect to see the price go in the near future. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into the computer and start today's analysis. Welcome into the RHT chart, guys, and as you can see, RHT has recently just broken out. You can see the volume here is huge, and the recent high that we saw was a value over here of 17 cents. We're now currently sitting at 15 cents. But before we look at, I suppose, the price action that we're seeing around here, I just want to move back to see what happened in the past. And as you can see, we were in a downtrend. And that downtrend now, in my opinion, has been solidly broken. As you can see, if we take three key points of contact, one up the top here, of course, another over here, and then our final one over here, you can see that we have broken through that point, I suppose, in the middle of October. Then we've trended in a sideways fashion over here. This is a sideways trading channel, some consolidation really occurring within this channel here. And then what we saw on the 30th of December was a huge breakout occur. And now what we're actually seeing though is a gap. A gap has formed itself between this point here, which is at 11 cents, and the low of the day over here at 13.5 cents. So basically I'll just put in a nice little elliptical there, and as you can see, that is where the gap in trading has occurred. Now what I'm expecting to see is typically gaps close. And what does that mean? Well, it means the price is likely to drop back to that point. It's going to drop back basically to where we saw this gap here. I expect to see the price come back, touch that point before then moving back upwards again. It has shown a lot of strength, but I do expect to see that potentially this gap needs to close. The only situation where this gap won't close is if it is a runaway gap, but typically I think it will close. Now, moving on, where can we expect to see this potentially go? Well, we've broken the 200-day moving average, and you can see the 20 and 50 is starting to move up now as well. Let's have a look at exactly where we are sitting. Well, it looks like right here at about 15 cents is a major point of resistance for us. Similarly, it does look like there's a lot of resistance moving up at 15.5 cents as well. So I'd say this whole range is a major point. I'm going to actually say the 15.5 cent point is more significant, and the reason being due to the fact that there's just simply been more price action at that point in time. So overall, I really do think that if we break 15.5, or even potentially as you zoom out, you can see plenty of price action has occurred just higher at 16 cents. So maybe that is actually the point we need to target. 16 cents, break through that one. There we go, line in place. That is the ultimate target as we do move forward, but it looks like we're going to have to close that gap first. Let's have a quick look at a few more indicators. I imagine the RSI would be crazy at the moment. As you can see, it absolutely shot up, still sitting in the overbought range. It does need to cool off a bit, so it's sitting at 71.6 or 0.16, sorry. That further confirms my reasoning that the price will come down slowly, cool off a bit before then moving back upwards. Will the entire gap close? Well, I'm not 100% sure. I expect it will, but this major point of support is still here for us, of course. Let's also have a look at the MACD. I imagine that would have crossed quite nicely. And yes, it has, as you can see here, back on roughly the 29th, 30th of December. The 12-day EMA crossed back above the 26-day EMA, indicating we're having a bullish period. And typically with this stock. As you can see, you can't really use these to indicate how long these bull cycles will be. They are all sort of all over the shop. So I would expect to see that this starts to plateau off slightly like that, purely due to the fact that A, the RSI is overbought, and B, we do have that gap there. So realistically, what is my target for this stock moving forward? Well, it's actually not going to be this 16-cent mark. I do expect to see it drop down, back, close the gap at 11 cents here, before then targeting that 16-cent mark again afterwards. That wraps up our analysis on Resonance Health today, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down in the comments section below. If you are already an RHT investor, why have you gotten into this company? Or if you're interested in the space, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think about RHT specifically. Of course, if you did enjoy today's analysis, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit that subscribe button. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.